Alright guys, welcome back to JHart Modelworks. It is time to unbox the next build on the bench. I know you guys are probably tired of the exotics and you're probably ready for me to get back to doing some muscle, and it doesn't get much more muscle than a Mopar build. We have the 70 Dodge Challenger TA. This kit came to us from Chris over at CD Scale Models. And we're going to go ahead and get into it. We're going to start with the instructions, which I've already pulled out because I scanned them. Pretty typical book style instructions. We start out with all of our color callouts, which we all know I'm probably going to ignore. Followed by a complete parts list, which this is awesome because sometimes you just don't know what something is, and it's nice to be able to look it up. There are some options in here between a stock and a custom build. Everything does look to be pretty straightforward. There are kind of some notes in here. Like I said, all in all, pretty straightforward. Typical Revell book style instructions. Those are nice. We have the body. The body is pretty clean. Looks like you've got a section in there to drop in your fuel cap. There's a antenna nub there for your antenna, which is a nice detail, except for the fact that it's also right there in line with a mold seam. So there's definitely a sharp mold seam. You can feel it. Runs right along this back quarter panel here, along here, and it picks up on the front. Side markers are kind of molded in. Trim seems to be pretty clean. Engine bay, we're going to probably look at cutting this open a bit. Get that battery out of there. Probably remove this. I think that's a washer fluid reservoir, maybe. Get that out of there. Replace that with something nicer. Nice and clean. We have our chassis with our subframes. It's all nicely detailed. The door cards are nice and crisp. Not a lot of flash. Some of the engine components. And that steering wheel. I mean, I'm sure that's probably the way the steering wheel should look, but it seems a little basic to me. We'll see what we can do with that. Loose parts. Rear axle. These springs are built into it. Sure would like to have had a 4-link. That's okay. Front axles, that's all kind of one piece. 2-part dashboard. Molding is nice and crisp. There's the hood. Some more engine parts, air cleaner, my front seats. I don't know if those have any seat backs. If not, those are getting replaced because that's kind of sketch. Those are probably getting replaced anyhow, so we shall see though. We have probably the custom parts. Rear wing. Carbs. Real tall blower. This would, I assume, be the hood for putting the velocity stacks or that giant blower through. Not really my flavor, but hey, some people like it. I'm not gonna knock it. More engine components. Master cylinder. Oh, there's the seat packs. Exhaust. And those can be hollowed out. Those can be made better. Some mirrors. That's a pretty tiny distributor there. And insides to our wheels. So this is what I'm talking about with this. So this lower section needs to be body color. These little skirts at the bottom need to be black. This all needs to be black. The very front of this needs to be chrome. The headlight inserts need to be silver. This interior just trim needs to be chrome. But the grille on the inside should be black. That's going to be a challenge to get all those colors on that one part. Alright, so that's what we dropped. We dropped the radiator. Add that to the loose parts pile. Another part for the loose parts pile is the rear. We have some tires. Look to be all the same size. They're that kind of hard vinyl-y type tire. It's okay. I got some other plans. Tread's pretty nice on them though. There are no sidewall markings. We have our chrome sprue, and that's some shiny chrome. Going to turn that away slightly, see if we can get a little. We have some custom wheels. We have those giant velocity stacks. That giant blower. Some bumpers. The original factory steel wheels. There's that fuel cap. All in all, really nice. Let's see. We have some decals, which it looks like we're going to use all of none of these. I don't know. We may use some. There are no gauge decals. That's okay. I picked up some gauges from Best Model Car Parts. And we got some clear parts. They're still in the bag, so hopefully they're pretty nice condition. Yeah, that's not too bad. Go ahead and plug some Burbanks here. That is pretty clear. Back looks good as well. Side windows are down, which is nice for being able to see into your interior. Looks like the rear quarter windows are back. What's that? We got the headlight lenses here. So you have to cut those off when you go to glue the glass in and keep track of them. And they've got these little posts. That's kind of weird. That's rear glass. That's not bad. Let's go ahead and get that tucked back in so nothing happens to it. Alright guys, that's going to be the unboxing for this kit. It looks like it's going to be a fun build. It is going to have some challenges to it, but it also looks like it's going to be pretty rewarding. And, you know, I'm really looking forward to this one. So, thanks for hanging out with me and going through the box on this one, and I'll catch you on the next one.